Oh hey, if all you want for Christmas is some freaking colorful decorations, you're gonna love today's episode. What if that just snapped off right now? I would cry. Oh my God. This is Laugh Cry DIY. I am your holiday host, Katie. This is Baguette. And this week we are kicking off the holiday season with a very special channel collaboration. My girl Brandy over at the DIY Struggle asked me to join the Duping Through the Holidays challenge this month, in which myself and other DIY creators are giving everybody holiday inspiration and giving back in the form of 4 $60 Amazon gift cards. I will give you more detail about the giveaway later, but first let's talk about today's challenge. As part of the Duping Through the Holidays challenge, each week this month, creators have been duping items from different stores or platforms. So far they've done Etsy, Kirkland's, Walmart, and this week my assignment is to dupe something that I saw on Pinterest. Now, as I've talked about before on this channel, I, as a color-loving maximalist hoe, often struggle with holiday decor because oftentimes it clashes. But I did recently build an entire faux fireplace out of foam, and she desperately needs to be sassed up for the season. So I went down my Pinterest rabbit hole. I found a bunch of really fun, cute, and kitschy things that even a cheap, easy, and lazy girl like myself can knock out very easily and quickly. And everything we're doing today is something you can source from the dollar store, the craft store, and even IKEA. So let's hop into the holidays. Craft number 1. I went on my Pinterest feed and I love anthropology so much that so much of my Pinterest feed is often anthropology related content. And they have a whole slew of holiday things that are super cute, super fun, super adorable. And one thing did catch my eye. These adorable little rainbow Christmas trees. Now I love them. I clicked into them and then I discovered, scandal, those are actually earrings. And fun fact about me, I don't have my ears pierced and I'm deeply afraid of needles. But I loved the cute little rainbow design so much and I desperately wished that it came in the form of like a cute little garland. And then I realized I can create my own reality. So what did I do? Number 1, I created a cute Christmas tree template. Step 2, I grabbed cute little balsa wood like ornaments from the dollar store and I went to cut out my own little tree, and then I realized this is too thin and fragile for my design, and it cracked and it chipped and it peeled and it ruined my plan for this. So instead of making my little trees out of thin balsa wood, which is now pointless, I'm grabbing the very thick cardboard backing off of this construction paper packet. So I decided to trace these out, and we are cutting these out, and we are praying not to crease them because that is how you know it's cardboard and that is how you cry. Oh baby, let's make it rain. If I dropped one and creased one, I'm gonna be so mad. Next up, we're gonna paint these guys. And fun fact, I actually just put some simple tape, taped them down so that they're easier to paint. And today's thrilling exotic color we are painting them is antique white. No. Alrighty, we're back, we're white. And if you will recall, the top of these are little stars, so I have painters tape those off because we are going to paint them gold. I just realized I also need to paper off the bottom of them, so I'm covering it in Post-its. Look you guys, it looks like they're tucked in to their little blankets. Ooh, so pretty. We're gonna be doing some taping off to get those perfect clean rainbow lines, and I have this very thin painter's tape and I have to cut about 100 pieces of it. Nope, not for you. Okay, so I actually retaped those above the star line so that we preserve that point. And now we are going to tape it off. And per our inspiration, this has 5 stripes. And fortunately I have this little washi tape, which is super thin, and I can kind of perfectly measure where to put those little stripes. Ooh, we're beautifully taped. And I'm just gonna hit it with one more coat of white as a top coat. That way it will create a barrier between the paint and the tape, and it will seal in, and hopefully we won't have any bleed through that's too bad over it. While that's drying, we're prepping some colors. Ooh, and it's paint time, baby. All right, I hit her with a second coat, and while it's wet, I'm gonna peel the tape off to see where we're at. We're gonna do this real slow so we don't peel off any of the under tape. Ooh, look at that clean line. Okay, name a cleaner line. Wow, you guys, these are adorable. I'm gonna get all this tape off. We're gonna let these dry. And last thing, I am just hot gluing in some little hooks to the back so that I can hang them on the garland. Craft number 2, it's winter, we're cold. And nothing makes your home more cozy than fun candles. And lately I have been obsessed with sculptural candles. I was scrolling Pinterest and I found a gorgeous, stunning, incredible candle DIY by DIY Darling, linked below. It was her DIY holiday candle forest. And as you can see, she has created beautiful, gorgeous trees out of taper candles. I absolutely loved this, thought it was beautiful, especially if you do some cool color grouping. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. So I have some beautiful taper candles here, and we're gonna boil some water. Now note, I have white taper candles because I went to 2 stores and I did not find any green taper candles. But these are purely decorative. I'm not actually gonna burn them, so I am gonna paint them later in a color scheme that I desire. Next, you're gonna want a container that actually fits your taper candles. I'm gonna use this blender because that fits it well. And most importantly, you need the perfect ratio of water. This is very important. If your water is too hot and you try to do a craft with your candles, this is what could happen. I don't want to talk about it. We're never going to talk about it, but believe me, you need to have the perfect temperature of water. So we're waiting for that to boil. Once it's boiled, we're going to top this bad boy off. Now, before we do anything, I'm actually going to trim some of these candles down because I want this to look like a little tree threesome. So I'm just going to cut the bases to trim them up a little bit. Is it easier to do this when they're warm? Yes. Am I slightly traumatized based on previous events of the day? Yes. And I'm gonna take another maybe ½ inch off of this guy. As you can see, they are perfectly tiered. And water is ready. According to the DIY Darling blog, she said to fill it 1/3 with boiling water and the rest with cool tap water. And we are putting our candles in their little hot tub. Guys, I am so traumatized from what happened earlier. If you wanted to know, yes, I tried to make candy cane twist candles and it was an absolute disaster because the water was too hot and it dissolved the candles. The candles are not done yet. You guys, happy holidays for my cat Baguette who likes to hang out upside down. So these are finishing up their little bath, but I do want to talk about the technique to make these because once they start, I'm gonna have to move really fast. It's very simple. You just want a little razor blade and you're just gonna make small alternating cuts all around and slightly flare out those cuts. It's gonna be warm and pliable, but they will cool very quickly, and these are very delicate cuts. You don't wanna go too shallow and you don't wanna go too far in. So I highly recommend doing a practice one. As you can see there, I've done a practice one. Once these start, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna have to do them real quickly. Okay, I think it's time. Is this on camera? Do you see? And I might even dip these guys in the tiniest bit just so that I can reanimate the leaves. See if you can like pucker them out a little bit more. You see? That's super cute. Don't rush. You can pop them back in if you need to. Cute. Okay, I'm gonna come back when these are cold and dry. And last step, we are just hitting them with a very, very cute, very light coat of paint. It's so hard with decorative candles. We all see them, they're so cute, and then we don't want to burn them. My aunt and I were talking about this, and that's why she has a policy of buy one, burn one. So you just buy 2 of the cute one, and then you keep one on display, and then you have one that you can actually use. And again, it would be easier if this were actually a green candle, but sometimes you gotta work with what you got, babe. What if that just snapped off right now? I would cry. I will tell you, even though it's kind of a pain in the butt, one nice thing about actually painting these is that even when you get colored ones, sometimes the insides of it are still white. Like sometimes it's just color dipped. And so when you cut them, the white side shows underneath. And that's how I'm gonna justify that it's better to acrylic paint them. And don't forget underneath. Because it's not like perfectly even coverage, they have a little bit of a cool like mottled kind of coloring. I don't know how to describe it, but it actually looks pretty cool. Okay, while those candles are drying, let me tell you about this week's giveaway. I'm joining other creators for the Duping Through the Holidays challenge to give away 4 $60 Amazon gift cards throughout the month. Here's how to enter to win one this week. Click on the playlist linked below in the episode description. Watch every creator's video that is participating in this week's Pinterest challenge. Leave a comment answering each creator's special question by November 30th. Winners will be notified on December 1st, so make sure to check your comment replies. And for my episode, our very special giveaway question is, what is the funniest or worst present you've ever received? All right, these are still drying, so let's move on. Alrighty, let's talk about craft number 3. Now, I love some kitsch for Christmas, and I'm in Los Angeles where it is a dry, warm desert. And so for me, a Christmas cactus feels right sometimes. And I was recently at the thrift store and I thrifted this adorable little ceramic cactus set. Now, I thought this was a fun, unusual, funky find. Turns out it's actually the IKEA Stjärnskritt ceramic cactus set. It's like $17. And when I was on Pinterest, I was seeing all sorts of super fun Christmas cactuses, ones that light up, ones that are just like sassy and fun. So I thought, what if I gave these 3 cute little queens their own Christmas cactus makeover? So I went to my stash and I went to the dollar store and I found adorable little fun pom-poms, which are kind of perfectly to scale. So I just have some hot glue and I just want to add some cute little pom-pom ornaments all over these guys to start. Now it would be fun to kind of put some cute garland around these, but because they don't actually have arms, they don't like drape easily. And I do have a lot of cute little beads and like shiny things in my stash that I thought would be cute garland. But then I realized that without arms, if I just put the beads on them, it would look like they just got drunk at Mardi Gras. Alrighty, that was simple, that was easy. But these little guys, if it's a Christmas holiday party, they need some party hats. And I went to the dollar store and I found these cute little jingle bells with little tiny Santa hats on them. And I knew that they must be used for our little cute friends here. And we could put them straight up on, but an angle's always the best. But we need a little something more fun for this guy right here. This superstar actually needs a beautiful little tiara star crown. And I was recently gifted this mirror metal sheet. So let's cut out this perfect little star and give her a tiara. Side note, this Sharpie is not a regular Sharpie. It is from a Native American owned brand called The Natives. And it actually says Skoden. Very cool site. I will link them below if you guys want to look for any native made gifts this holiday season. Alrighty, and I did cut this little tab so that we can glue it on so it'll stand up straight. Ooh, so cute. Okay, she's adorable, she's adorable. All right, you guys, we have painted and boiled and hot glued, and now I think it is finally time for your final reveal. All right, you guys, that was today's episode. Super fun duping through the holidays. We had some adventures, we had some challenges, and we had some fun interruptions along the way. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please watch all the other creators' videos, enter the giveaway, get that gift card, get that cash, spend it on more DIY supplies. This holiday season, I am so grateful for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for commenting. This channel is a tremendous amount of work, but you guys absolutely make it worth it every single week. I hope you all have a very nice, very lovely, very peaceful holiday season. If you like more colorful, fun DIYs, like and subscribe. And until next week, be cool. My sink has been on this whole time. Cool.